Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Chev. Welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of engine bay cleanup. I'm going to strip and repaint the valve cover. I'm also going to paint the strut bar, and I'm also going to paint the power steering brackets down here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. Alright, so I have the valve cover removed from the car, and then I took all of the gaskets off of the valve cover and the oil cap, so I have just a bare valve cover. And then I'm going to be using this Jasco product to strip all the old paint off. I would typically use aircraft stripper in this situation, but I have this stuff on hand and it works just as well. So actually it's some pretty nasty stuff, so I'm going to be having to wear safety glasses, gloves, and a respirator when I apply it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and paint this stuff on and watch the paint just melt away. Okay, so that worked really well. The paint just melted right off. I got 90% of it off right now, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get in all the nooks and crannies, and then we can go ahead and degrease this and get ready for paint. Okay, so I finished stripping all the paint off, and then I went ahead and degreased it really good, and I masked off all of the spots that need to be masked off. So what I'm going to be using is this VHT Wrinkle Plus paint. It says you can go right over the bare metal and to put 3 heavy coats on. So that's what I'm going to do. And then after everything's cured, I'm going to go back with a right angle die grinder and get the emblems all ground back down to bare metal. So yeah, everything's looking really good, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and start painting. Alright, everything's looking really good right now. Valve cover is done. So yeah, let me just tell you what I did. So after I put 3 heavy coats on, I let it sit for about a half hour. I thought maybe the wrinkle effect would happen on its own and I wouldn't have to bake it or anything. But after a half hour, there really wasn't any change. So what I did is I heated my oven to 210 degrees and I baked it for about 20-25 minutes. So yeah, it stunk up the house a little bit, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and it was definitely worth it. So yeah, I put it in the oven and then the wrinkles they appeared, and it's a pretty hard surface now. So yeah, and then when it was soft, or when it was still soft after the oven, I took a razor blade and I got the majority of the paint off the letters. And then just now I went through with the little die grinder and got the rest of the paint off. So yeah, everything is really looking really good. The finish looks awesome. I've used this wrinkle stuff before, but this is by far the best job I've done with it. It looks really good. So yeah, just for comparison here, I have this single overhead cam valve cover. I had this powder coated like 6 years ago, and yeah, you can just kind of compare. Mine actually looks darker. I don't know if that's because of the age or what, but yeah, I would say mine, the texture looks nearly the same as the powder coated one. So yeah, I would say the powder coating one is probably going to be more durable over time, but for the price and the time it took me to do this, it was definitely worth it. So that spray can was about 12 bucks, and then it took about a day of my time, and what a difference. So yeah, I hope you liked the valve cover video. I'm still going here. I'm going to take the strut bar off and paint that. Hopefully I have enough of the wrinkle paint left so I can finish. And yeah, I'm going to have to wrinkle that with a heat gun because that is not going to fit in my oven. So yeah, after I get all that done, I'll put everything back on the car and get some more shots for you. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so a little bit of info on this strut bar before I do anything to it. This is just an eBay strut bar, and it's been on the car for a long time. I need to get a new one at some point, but for now I'm just going to throw a few coats of paint on it and call it good. Alright, we're about at the end of this video. Everything is reinstalled and is looking really good. You may be wondering why I have the hood off. I went to a car show this weekend and ended up taking home a trophy in my class. And another thing I did is I lowered the coilovers about 2 inches, and that gave it a really nice stance, so I'm very happy with that. And yeah, let me show you the engine parts here. So yeah, this turned out amazing. Really couldn't have asked for anything better. And yeah, it's a pretty easy way to dress up your engine bay. Even this strut bar looks about 10 times better than it did, even though it's a cheap eBay strut bar. And also did these power steering brackets. I repainted those, so those turned out great as well. Yeah, I guess just a couple more things on my engine bay here. So these Greddy headers that I installed in the previous videos, they have turned this nice gold color, so that has a really nice look to it. And another thing I am into is 3D printing, and I 3D printed this battery hold down out of ABS plastic, and it's got this logo, and it was completely designed by me. I even made these little caps to go over the ends here. And yeah, there's a lot more different car parts that I want to make on my 3D printer, and I'll probably make a few videos on that too. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it, and if you could give it a like or subscribe, that would be awesome, and I will catch you in the next one.